jungle justice for inside the Nigeria, for inside Delta State to be precise. That's now why on top this particular top story for today, we know say they're very, very delicate and sensitive. We don't bring inside our studio one Sabinus person with Sabi in work for inside the field where in day. Well, in at the CEO of Primax and background check, in Sabi work on top security things and how to chook eye, how to they alert on top every we consign security. In go Delsu, funny enough, in theater act for inside Delsu, but you go help us welcome for inside our studio this morning, Frank Oyorhigho. Oyorhigho.
Yes.
Yes, I'll say Oyorhigho. All right. Thank you
all the
very
way from
much.
Delta State, right?
Yes.
Now, good to have you here, sir. Good to have you here. Now, talking about security, now looking at what happened for inside Delta State, Ughelli to be precisely, the community, that they fed up with the kind of badness where they happened, so they decide to take the laws into their hands. Now, what will actually make a community get to that level? Is it that they don't get trust in our police force anymore, or they don't get trust in any security agencies in Nigeria anymore?
Well, thank you. Now, so many things are involved. Number one, the trust when you talk about. Number two, the aggression. People are not happy. People are not satisfied with the way they live. You know, no belief in the system. So the result of self-help, because they feel, say, we can take care of ourselves, because now they say the hungry man is an angry man. And then the person will not get what did they do, not the fear death. He doesn't have anything to lose. So once those kind of scenario they play out, and anything happen, we say, well, we'll do about ourselves, we think we'll have to make it happen. So, but basically the number one is lack of trust for the system. Now, that time when they do that, it's not be the first time.
Of course.
Okay. And you can be sure that maybe one way or the other, they would have reported to the police. And then maybe one of them was even arrested, only for them to see the guy after 2 or 3 weeks, they walk the street. I said, okay. It'd be like, say, the police not going to solve our problem. Let us solve our problems by ourselves. So whenever they catch, so that anger, first of all, for the person, anger for the police, anger for the government, anger for themselves that they are not living the way they should live. They all just pour everything, all join, and pour it on the man, on the victim's head. All
right, don't forget our phone lines. They're open for you to call us concerning this topic we talk about for inside Delta State. Serial rapists with a mob, and they even set ablaze for inside Delta State. Jungle justice and the way forward. Our numbers now 012772195, type in 012777195 or 012778195. Our toll-free number there for you to call us. That now 0800 Wazobia TV. Now, Oga, concerning the fact where he talks, say, I want to take from the Q where he talks, say, sometimes these people, if you go report to police, and you go see that same person walking on the streets. Now, you feel, say, maybe police get right to hold somebody even when they don't get evidence to hold them past the duration where they're supposed to hold them. Or you feel, say, at the level of corruption, we don't eat deep into every sector, security inclusive.
No, both. Now, both in the sense that the police is corrupt, though not as a system, but the individuals, some individuals in the police. That's number one. Then number two, ignorance on the side of the people. You know what you call the court of the people. Before you even finish, the court of the people don't judge you, they don't pass judgment, they don't do everything they want to do. So the court of people on their own, because of their ignorance, they don't know that, okay, there are certain things that need to be in place. So before them, they believe that we have seen this person in his life, we have caught the person, so once you get to the police station, deal with it. Police should deal with the person. But police will have to be strategic. The police will also have to be legal about it. So you don't take action based on hearsay. But where the police now comes in, where I have a problem with the police, is that if the person, they bring this person, they say, okay, he raped this person. There are preliminary investigation. Either the victim, they ask the victim, or who were there. Let those people come. Then after that, they take the matter to court. But the police will not call those people. just ask, what happened? You say, they pass. And because of what the evidence of the statement of the victim, the supposed victim, that's the only side when they go look at. So once they look at that, they say, this guy, I'm not sure he really do this thing. And because you are not supposed to keep somebody for more than 24 hours, once that 24 hours elapse, they release the person. So is on one side. Then the second side, we say, the police in charge, if you look and say, this opportunity to make some personal money. So, okay, promise me you're not going to do them again, but if you bring X, Y, Z, we will let you go.
You can imagine. You can imagine. So that's to show how bad the system does.
Yeah, so those are the scenarios that play out. Sometimes, if they want to do their job, they don't do it effectively by not interrogating all the people involved. So that will not make evidences to be very unavailable. So when there are no evidences, what do? The guy will go. And where there are evidences, the corrupt ones among them would capitalize on those evidences and then tell the guy that, look, you know you can go to jail, but if you can sort yourself out, but don't do it again, no. And the guy sorts himself out and he goes. But crime is a spiritual thing. So when he goes out, by the time that evil comes in, he will go and do it again.
Scenarios like this, or rather examples like this, they make us understand how insecurity actually there for inside Obodo, Nigeria. The increase of insecurity for inside Obodo, Nigeria, don't make a lot of people, they come outside, they give out solutions. Now, for you, who just join us, we still get Mr. Frank Oyorhigho inside the studio, and him now the Oga Kwata on top Primaries consultant. Now, let's talk about you as a security expert now. And also one of the mission of Primaries now to bring out solutions as regards to background check. If you actually explain to us what background check mean and how if you actually help us with this increase of insecurity for inside Obodo, Nigeria.
Okay. Now, background check, just as the name is check the background.
Of what?
Of the individual, of the person, or of anything. But it's human beings that commit crime. So you check the background of human beings. Now, where it becomes effective in security is this. Yeah. Now, ordinarily, all of us do background check. All of us, one way or the other. Yeah. Even babe, when a guy they toast you,
you're going to need to investigate.
You call say, well, you get this guy went in my department today. How the guy be? You know, if like I will agree for him, but no agree with the guy. No, that's background check. If you get a driver, you put vacancy, the driver applies, and then you say, okay, you sabi drive where you don't drive before. Say I drive for number so. If you give me the phone number of the person, then you call the person. Those are background checks.
But is that enough?
But that is ineffective.
Yeah.
Those are ineffective. So, but what we are now doing is to say, look, there are effective way of doing background check where will give you the kind of result when you suppose get. So, and then, for instance, armed robbers don't live in the forest. They live in houses. Yeah. So, if the government says all landlords conduct background check for every prospective tenant before you give them the house, go and conduct background check. Where they work? Does he really have a job? Where has he lived before? Why they leave the place? If he tell you, say, if you ask and say, why you want to take a if he tell you, say, he just get married or his house done this small or the landlord won't use the house, it could be a lie. Maybe an armed robber somewhere and this say, they won't discover me, then we want to relocate. So, but if the landlord, the owner of the house, asks these questions through a professional background check expert, so it's the background check expert that will go and find out all this information and come to tell the landlord and say, look, from our findings, where the man lived before, he dey owe rent. If I beat the landlord, and the landlord give him quit notice. So definitely, you don't want to give your house to that kind of person.
This one still boils down to waiting Luchi, they always come out and talk about technology.
Now waiting just this inside my head.
Please,
just now,
please, you need to say
technology, because I mean, if we get database where everybody informates, they on top that database.
Even police
records, or whatever crime record, criminal record, every report they on top that database. Where because all this one they talk now, and imagine if I be landlord or landlady, say make I go find out about my tenants, go find they call the office, call the informal house, that is cool.
It's so much.
But if they automated,
yes, that is why the experts are there. What the expert will just do is come to you. You are the landlord. What do you want me to find out? You tell me. I have my own strategy of finding out, not you going there. Then number two, the issue of database has less to do with such things.
Because before you go on, we get a call all the way from Lagos this morning. Toyin is on the line. Good morning, Toyin. Hello, Toyin, you still there? Wow, if we don't lose that call, Toyin, you need to call us back. So sorry for that call. All right, continue.
All right. So now, the tenant when beat landlord wife. How do you put that into a database?
It's possible.
But you know, in the
Western world, this is something where they do.
When you blow person.
Yes, it is for criminal records.
Yes, we are talking of Africa, Nigeria.
Okay.
And that is why Primex is saying that the government should be involved. Good. Once the government is involved, then over time, this database will be created. For instance, if my tenant or the tenant I want to come and rent my house, I go to find out, and I discover, say, he gets so many infractions when he does for the former house. Now, those things are data that I have now. So if there is a central database, I can forward those databases to the police.
But how do you get your data? Because I see they try to wrap around my head.
On-site verification. It's called on-site verification.
Okay.
I go there. I send my people.
So you go to investigate?
You go to. We don't call it investigation because it's not a crime yet.
It's a crime.
I'm just gathering data.
Research. Okay, now, talking as regards now, I want Aya Nanny because I know how a lot of people, they get nanny from online medium or maybe by referrals, and at the end of the day, the nanny carry your pikin, kidnap your pikin, ask for money or steal your property. Now, if I want actually like get a nanny for myself, how will they come in? You go need to go travel, go investigate about the person.
Now, that's why for Primex, for instance, we have offices in the 6 geopolitical zones. So all I need to do is call the person in charge of where the person say they come from. So let's say he come from Abia State. I call the person in charge of Abia State. I forward, thank God for email. I forward all the questions to him, all the data that the nanny gave me. Because I'm going to do my first preliminary questioning where you don't work before.
Okay.
Who be your husband? Which church they go? Which mosque they go? Who be your friends? Where the name of your village? Where the name of where you don't stay before? So all these questions, I gather them. And I forward that, it's called background check. I forward them to my field officer. So he takes them, that's called on-site. He takes them one by one. So if you tell me, say, the name of your village, na Mbese, and I go Mbese, and they say they don't know you, that's number one. If you tell me your village, na Chief Mobiaku be your father, and I go to your village and I ask Mobiaku, I say, this is the Mobiaku, and I say, Mobiaku, they say, no, it's not my daughter. I come back and give a report that all the things that this woman said, they are not true.
Let's now link it to, I know Luchi gets a lot of questions to ask, but let's now link it to the top story where Luchi actually gave us concerning the rapists now where they kill for inside Ugeli for Delta State. Now where they know say, these people don't terrorize the community for months. In this part, where the government need to come in and how you go take get background check on a rapist.
Now, if to say this thing don't lay down before, it would have been easier. For instance, if you do community policing. Okay. Not community police, but community policing. Where it is structured. Now, all the CDAs, for instance, the CDA has a small office that they give to the police in their community. Now, then all the landlords have dossiers of all their tenants. The police has all these details in that small office when they give them to work. So now, if this person lives in this community, the police that is doing the community police will know that this person does not live in this community. Okay. Okay? So that's why I said if it is well structured, over time it will be, if we start now, Now start in the sense that let every community, maybe we break them into, say, a particular number of people residing in the place becomes a cluster of a community. They have their own police post or police station, and the landlords have background check report of all their tenants, which they've given to that police. So when there is a visitor, and in that vicinity, they will know. And then the tenants themselves know their neighbors. If your neighbor comes to work, comes from every night, he comes 12, 1 o'clock, and is a teacher in primary school, it does not, it don't tally. So you need to ask questions. Where or you report to your landlord, and landlord go and check the background check report, and they say, this guy is a teacher. So how come he's coming 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning? That means something is wrong. So it's a kind of way of creating consciousness for both the tenant and house owners. So once a visitor comes into that environment, you will know.
So now they're talking a joint effort of everybody waiting for inside that community.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus landlord, plus tenant, plus including police, them,
yes.
all of them.
So that they can have information of all of us who live in that particular community.
All right, we're going to buy break right about now. By the time we'll come back, we'll stay there on top of the top story. We consign the rapists where they don't do it, they don't set ablaze for inside Delta State. Our guests go stay there with us, and our phone lines go stay open. But for now, make we enter markets, not go anywhere. They come back.